Morning Malacañang Press Corps. Kasama na natin si Chief Presidential Legal Counsel at Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo.
Good noon, MPC.
Questions, MPC.
Daming absent
Tuesday New.
Hi, sir. Sir, tuloy ba yung meeting ni Presidente mamayang hapon with the 50 plus, 60 plus? 64 na kawani ng Bureau of Customs?
Wala pa akong confirmation pero yun ang schedule last week.
And makakakuha ba kami, sir, ng info on that mamayang hapon galing sa'yo?
Pag meron ng confirmation, ilabas ko.
Kasama po doon sa pupunta, of course, si BOC Chairman Ray Leonardo Guerrero.
Hindi ko alam yun. No,
So, wala pa pala.
hindi ko pa alam yun.
May follow-up doon? Henry and then Joyce.
Secretary, yun hong batang 1-year-old na ni-rape
Uy, hindi ko alam
ng
yun.
construction worker sa
Kailan yun?
Makati.
When was this?
Umabot na po ba ito sa Pangulo?
Ako nga, ngayon ko lang narinig. Kailan ba yan? Kahapon?
Kahapon.
Wala, parang hindi pa lumabas sa diary yan.
Lumabas na po. Lumabas na.
Yan, boss.
Ah,
Banner ngayon?
banner story po kanina ni
Nasa
Rudy
aeroplano
Andal.
ako, kadarating ko lang.
Minister ngayon.
Batang lalaki.
Apo. Anyway, itong bagay na ito ay
Ka-addict na naman yan.
bagamat hindi pa daw lumalabas yung drug test ng suspect as per NCRPO Chief General Eleazar. Ano ko kaya ang gagawin dito ng Pangulo, Secretary?
Siyempre, papa-imbestiga natin. At lalong papaigtingin natin siguro pag nalaman natin na kagagawa na naman niya ng mga nasa droga.
You think ito kung pangyayaring ito, hindi naman ba ito sampal sa campaign against illegal drugs ng administration?
Hindi yan sampal kung hindi. Yan ang positibong demonstrasyon ng ginagawa ng mga nasa sindikato ng droga. Kung bakit ang presidente ay nakafocus. Kasi yan ang mangyayari sa ating bansa na palaging meron ganyan hanggang di mo natatapos yung mga nasa loob ng sindikato. Yan ang matagal na sinasabi ni Presidente. This drug syndicate is destroying the fabric of our society. Families are being dysfunctional. Dangers lurk all over this country for as long as the drug syndicate is not totally dismantled.
May nakikita ba kayong pagkukulang sa panig ng gobyerno sa campaign laban sa illegal na droga? Bakit parang hindi natatakot at hindi nadadala itong mga ganitong klase po ng
Simply
kriminal?
because the money involved there is such a powerful attraction and a magnet to those who involve themselves. Napakalakas ng lure ng pera. Madali ang pera sa droga.
Okay, thank you po.
May follow-up doon? Other issue, Joyce, then Raymond and RJ.
Sir, any reaction? The president remains to be the most trusted government official based on the survey.
Not surprising. Keeps on increasing simply because the president is a very transparent leader. His political will shows in every measure or step he has undertaken. It shows how sincere he is, and the people are satisfied with his method of governance. And people keep on expressing their support to awaken the critics and the detractors from their slumber and or sleep, that all the criticism against this president relative to drugs, vis-a-vis the West Philippine Sea, and other issues of national interest are all wrong. no basis.
Sir, are we confident that he will maintain this approval or satisfaction rating until the end of his term?
Yes. If you remember, I think 2 years ago, one of the senators who already left the Senate was predicting that the popularity of the president will go down. For every issue that is thrown at him with such negative force, the detractors and the opposition kept saying the rating will go down. But the more they say that, the more it goes up. If that is not a powerful language to them, I don't know what is not.
Okay. May follow-up doon? Raymond Tinasa.
Sir, good noon. Sir, previously you said it's just sarcasm. Pero this time sa interview with Pastor Kibuloy, again the President said he's now invoking the Mutual Defense Treaty of the Philippines and the U.S. and calling the 7th Fleet to organize their forces there in the West Philippine Sea against China. This time, how do you describe the statement of the President?
Still the same, because he knows that you cannot invoke that treaty without any armed assault or attack against any of the parties in that treaty. He kept on saying that by way of putting into absurdity the criticism by the critics and detractors and challenging them that in the event of any armed attack and the treaty will be operational, then these critics and detractors, which the president has named, should go with him in defending the West Philippine Sea.
So it remains to be a sarcasm.
It is, and a challenge to them.
Thank you, sir.
RJ.
And again, as I said, to show the absurdity of their position, that we should be aggressively enforcing the arbitral ruling.
Thank you,
When the very effective method of getting whatever benefits we can achieve from arbitral ruling could be gotten in the diplomatic negotiations.
Thank you, sir.
RJ.
Sir, can you respond to Business Chamber's call for the President to veto the Security of the Tenure Bill, which will lapse into law if not signed by the end of next week?
Well, the president is still, I don't know, he hasn't talked about it, but you know the problem with these bills, as he explained it, there are so many documents he has to sign. And at the same time, he has so many activities that he has to attend to. Out of town trips, he visits one place and then another place. Meanwhile, documents pile up. Kaya, kumisan, hindi niya nakikita yung iba.
But sir, if there is an opposition from at least 14 big business chambers, will the President consider that?
Oh yes, of course. The president is always appreciative and considerate on whatever opposition or concerns raised by any sector in this country relative to any bill passed in Congress and subject to his signature or veto.
And another, sir, why did he just allow the franchise of TV5 to just lapse into law, not even signing it? And also the CDs,
the what?
TV5 and CBCP Broadcasting.
We do not
Company.
know yet whether that is lapsed into law.
No, we have copies, sir,
Na,
of the RAs. We have copies of the RAs.
Na walang
Those are
pirma?
not signed. Yes.
o edi ibig sabihin, kung pinalaps niya, ibig sabihin, okay sa kanya. That means, effectively, parang pinirmahan niya rin yun.
Would
Ganun
that-
naman yun eh. Kasi when a president was supposed to sign bills will let the law pass, ibig sabihin, okay lang sa kanya yun.
Would that be possible to happen with ABS-CBN's franchise as well?
No, but ABS-CBN, ang expiration niya, next, ano pa, di ba? Next year pa eh. Saka Congress naman ang, nasa Kongreso ang bola niyan. Hindi naman kay Presidente.
All right. Thank you.
MPC questions? Wala na? Joseph?
Sir, just a little bit. In case kay Mayor Sara, no, she won't be in the sauna on Monday kasi daw may medical
Condition.
leave siya. Apo. Do you have any other
Hindi,
details?
actually, hindi ko alam. Kahapon, hindi kami nakita, but wala akong, ngayon ko lang nga narinig na may medical condition siya.
Considering the...
Baka tungkol na naman dun sa kanyang need. Di ba? Usually, pag mga anak siya, nagkakaroon siya ng medical condition.
Pero sir, considering the
You can only
intramurals...
pray for her safety and or recovery from whatever illness that she is presently suffering.
I would
Whatever, kung meron man sakit, we will have to pray for her. Kung meron man medical condition. Or pwede rin naman na baka regular check-up lang. Hindi natin alam. Wala pa siyang statement.
60 days yata, sir.
Meron na siyang statement, 60 days.
Text message, sir.
Ay, baka, doctor's advice.
I mean, considering the intramurals of the...
I'll ask her.
Apo.
Sir, yun lang sa, you mentioned kanina in relation to the Pulse Asia survey, no? Na it doesn't, the WPS issue doesn't seem to affect, no? The popularity of the president. Can we
Yeah.
elaborate on that statement first?
Oh, it does not kasi nga, klaro naman yung mga ginagawa ni Presidente. Nakikita naman nila yung positibong resulta ng mga hakbang na isinasagawa niya. Mula pa nung naging Pangulo siya ng ating bansa. At yan ay nararamdaman ng taong bayan. Kaya hindi natitinag ang kanyang popularidad.
Can we interpret that as support of the China policy of the president?
Oh, definitely. Kasi, di ba, every time na that issue is raised, binabanatan siya ng gusto. Pero, yung survey na yan, kinuha yan at the height of the Reed Bank incident. So, factored na yan doon sa mga tinanungan.
Sir, yun pong statement ni Presidente yesterday, ay kay Pastor
Saturday,
Kibuloy,
yes.
that the act of giving permission to China is an assertion of our sovereign rights over the area.
Oh, tama naman siya doon. Kasi if you claim to be the owner and you feel that you're the owner, it is the owner who gives the right to someone who seek your permission to fish.
So, sir, but does it erase the fact that even if he's granting permission, even if he's asserting sovereign rights over at least our EEZ, can he do that given what the Constitution says about our EEZ
That we
and
have,
Fisheries Code?
but we have already explained that, diba? We said that that provision in the Constitution is subordinate to the earlier provision of the Constitution directing him to serve and to protect the Filipino people. Moreover, as he explained, there are traditional fishing grounds. And Scarborough Shoal is one of them. meaning fishermen of other countries traditionally fish there. And that is why those who have been there prior to the arbitral ruling, as the arbitral ruling says, can fish.
But isn't China preventing our fishermen from fishing in Scarborough?
Yes, before. That is precisely, we went to that, I mean, the previous administration filed because they were driving away the Filipino fishermen. Because according to them, that's their fishing ground because they own the South China Sea. That in fact triggered our filing of the arbitral ruling. In fact, para pa nga nakasira, as point to one of the staff lawyers, yung Scarborough Shoal is within the 200-mile limit. So, dapat sa atin yon, di ba? Eh, nung in-invoke natin yon, nag-file tayo ng complaint, sabi ng hindi, traditional yan. Traditional fishing ground yan, kaya pwede lahat yan. Di...
Yun muna, sir.
Okay, Raymond? O follow up ka muna, Chona? Follow up ka ba, Raymond? Okay. Raymond and then Chona.
Sir, just a quick follow-up. Sir, you mentioned that the West Philippines issue did not dent or affect the trust and approval rating of the president.
Yes.
But how can we reconcile, within the same survey also, majority, I think 80 plus Filipinos supports to assert the arbitral ruling and consider this as a serious matter?
Kasi nga, yung question was based on the wrong premise. Kasi ang tanong doon, is it important to assert our rights over the West Philippine Sea? Pag yan ang tanong mo, dapat 100% nga yun eh. Kasi talagang it's important. But it assumes that we have not asserted. So nililin lang mo nga yung tinatanungan mo eh.
So,
Parang pinakita mo na hindi tayo nag-assert. Mahalaga ba sa'yo na mag-assert? Pag yun ang tanong mo, siyempre, mahalaga talaga.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Chona.
Sir, any update on the diplomatic protest filed by the Philippines sa China regards sa Recto Bank incident?
Ang pagkaalam ko si Ambassador Chito Santoromano ang point man. Siya ang may kausap sa Chinese counterpart.
And did he give any update?
Wala
on
pa siyang report sa amin.
how about Sir Ambassador Zhao? Did he talk to the president already?
Hindi, kasi ang mag-uusap niyan sila, yung dalawang ambassadors, saka kung sino man ang working team na create nila for that purpose.
MPC questions? Tuesday New.
Sir, any update on the son of the president? Magkakaroon ba siya ng practice during the weekend? Maybe? May ganun pa po ba?
Wala akong alam na may practice siya. Pero alam mo, malaking bagay yung ginawa ng pre-zona eh. Kasi doon sa pre-zona, halos lahat ng mga achievements ng administrasyon, dinidiscuss na doon eh. Kaya siguro tama yung sinasabi niya na short lang ang aking speech. Mga 2 hours and more. Pero baka hindi na tungkol doon kasi halos everybody knows it already. 3 pre-zona na eh.
May if other issue. Sige, Chona.
Sir, cabinet revamp.
Wala ako naririnig. Baka may narinig siya. Hindi ko alam.
How about Secretary Andanar, sir, as political presidential advisor on political affairs?
Wala rin ako naririnig.
Okay, Julie? Okay na yun. MPC questions. Joyce?
Sir, meron na bang lumalabas na pangalan na kinoconsider ni Pangulo, former military daw, to replace Secretary Piñol sa Agriculture Department?
Wala pa akong na-receive na info kung sino exactly sa military. But yun ang gusto niya, military. Mas bilib siya sa mga military. Masipag, wala na mga ketsi-buretsi. Trabaho kagad.
Will he announce the name before the SONA, sir?
Ay, yun ang, I leave it to him kung kailan. We'll have to leave it to him.
On a different topic, okay lang.
Oh, sure.
On a different topic, sir, may directive po ba si President Duterte on the declaration of National Dengue Alert? Kasi marami na pong cases of dengue all over the country. Is he concerned about this?
The Secretary of Health is on top of that. And in fact, he has already issued that.
May specific directions po ba siya given to Secretary Duque on this?
He doesn't have to do that because Secretary Duque knows what he's doing.
Thank you, Joyce. Vance Fernandez, microphone, please.
Yeah?
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, do you have any message sa fight ni Manny Pacquiao this coming Sunday against Turman?
Oh, we wish him the best of luck in the world. He's fighting someone. I've seen some of the fights of Turman. Mukhang magaling din eh. Bata pa, magaling. Pero yung ating boxer eh, magaling din eh.
Questions? Okay na? Joseph.
Sir, yun lang pong elaboration dun sa sinabi ni Presidente yesterday that he will not answer to any white man asking about the
He
situation.
refers to, sayang wala rin to si, nauna ka ng tanongin ni Inan Andulong kahapon niya. Kasi akala niya, in reference to the Iceland resolution. Sabi ko, hindi.
Western
It refers to the ICC case. Kasi hindi ba pag sa ICC, it can bring someone subject of any complaint or charge sa international court. He will not allow that. He will only allow a Philippine court to try him under a Filipino judge and a Filipino prosecutor.
And yung pong belief niya na the justice system is working in the Philippines.
Oh,
so therefore-
definitely, justice system is working. You have doubts? Do you have doubts on that, Joseph? Try filing a case pag merong nag-abuso sa'yo.
I'll get
You
you
will
as
see
my
the
lawyer, sir.
robustness. Huh?
Can I get you as the lawyer, sir?
Oh, hindi, sana, pwede. Prohibited eh.
Yeah. But sir, some are interpreting this as maybe some kind of fear on the president's part.
No. Sinasabihan niya lang na, ano kayo, siniswerte? Eh, di ba from the very start, sinasabi natin, you're assaulting our sovereignty. You cannot do that. Unang-una, we are not even a member of that international court na yan.
Okay. Other issue?
Sir? Konti. Sir, dun po sa Kibuloy na, kay Pastor Kibuloy na interview, no, he mentioned an incident in the cabinet meeting where he twice resigned.
Oh,
he
hindi ba
mentioned
kinento
it.
niya na rin
Correct.
yun?
Oo.
Ang best niya na kinento yun.
Yung pong act of resigning, yun po ba ay ano lang, parang dramatization of his exasperation?
Ano yun? Exasperation lang yun. Di ba? Ako pa nga, kinento ko nga sa inyo yun. He stood up. Ewan na, kayo na lang. Tapos pumunta siya dun sa kabilang kwarto. I even followed him after 5 minutes. Talagang ano siya. Nayamot siya dun sa, I remember, ano ba yung incident na?
Yung una daw po sir, yung sa AFP. Na
Yung sa AFP
procurement.
yun. Oh.
And then the
Yung
second,
pangalawa, yung sa ano yung
permits.
natutulog yung mga lisensya.
Correct.
Na 20 years, hindi gumagalaw. Yun, doon sa inis na inis.
Pero yun po ay hindi naman siya parang he really intended to. It's just the dramatization.
Aba kung siguro kung hindi namin pinipigilan siya, baka, siyempre lahat kami po, oh, Mr. President, huwag naman. Kailangan ka ng bayan. Wala, siyempre kami, we express our confidence in him. Na kaya niya. At talagang ganyan lang. Kaya hindi ba, don't force me to the wall. Pag hindi kayo tumigil, I'll be compelled to use powers granted to me by the Constitution. Lalong-lalo pa kung yung terorismo makarating dito sa Maynila. Yun ang kinakatakot niya nga eh. Kasi may suicide bomber na eh. Oh, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, ano siya doon ha? He's very concerned about that. Kaya di ba nag-warning siya sa mga enemies of the state? Don't force my hand into it. I will not allow the disintegration of this country.
Any particular and specific available power that he's looking into?
O hindi ba? Sinabi ko na
Are-
rin.
are you talking
Beses ko
about
naman
martial
sinabi,
law?
he can declare martial law, he can declare a revolutionary government, he can use other emergency powers under the Constitution to quell whatever violence or any attempt at destroying this republic. Pwede niyang gawin lahat yun. The military or all the armed forces of the Philippines under the Constitution are obligated to protect the people, and the president can use the armed forces of the Philippines.
But we have not reached that point where he has to make a decision.
Sabi niya nga he doesn't want to be forced into it.
Okay, mag-last question na tayo.
He doesn't want to do it.
Vance Fernandez.
Sir, a question from Belia Carriazo of Bandera. Palace reaction, please. After the Europe trip, PCOO officials are now in the U.S. as per the travel order signed by Yusek Apazible from July 8 to July 20. As per the travel order, except for Yusek Egco, the officials who are now in the U.S. include Yusek. Oh, they're mentioning the name eh. Yun na lang sa reaction. Hindi ba ito junket at clear violation ng EO ni Pangulong Duterte on foreign trips?
I will not preempt the response of the boss of that PCO. I think the question should be directed to Secretary Martin. I'm sure he has a purpose or a program that he is undertaking in connection to the misinformation, to the false news that are being proliferated, being peddled by those who are against this administration in those countries. Especially, did you say US? US ba yun? Oh, yun. Kasama yun sa kanilang task.
Okay na, Vance? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Secretary Panelo. Thank you,
Thank
MPs.
you.
Panoorin niyo po mamaya ang 8888 Digong Hotline, alas 2 ng hapon pagkatapos ng Sentro Balita. Siyempre kasama si Secretary Panelo and ASEC Chris Roman. Salamat po.